Okay.
So mimba yangu kuanzia kakiwa na mwezi mpaka miezi 6 nimelelea street.
Okay.
Yeah, because even my first clinic nilienda nikiwa 7 months. Hadi siku experience uchungu ya labor. Yangu ilikuwa kumwaga maji and then my cervix ilikuwa inafunguka and my muscles were so tight. Design yenye mtoi angetokea. But due to doctors negligence nikakaa huko for 3 days nikimwaganga maji. Sishughulikiwi, bado tu njia naendelea napimwa na mbuko 3 panda stairs teremka panda. Okay. So sinaona mtoto hajanyonya, alitwitch akadehydrate na akaturn white. Alizeeka.
And your muscles are controlled by a certain gradient. So if the muscle is too tight, that's what they call high tone.
Okay.
But sometimes muscle can be too floppy. So then we call it a floppy tone.
A floppy tone.
If a child has a floppy tone, we'll say is floppy cerebral palsy.
Okay.
Or hypo.
Or hypo is...
Yeah, hypo is...
What's up, beautiful people? How are you guys doing? I hope that you guys are doing great, because I am doing great myself. It is yet another episode of the CS show, and guys, asanteni sana for the love, for the support. I truly don't take it for granted. Nyinyi ni wale wase jamani, na wapenda tena sana 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 sana. In case it's your first time here, guys, karibu tena sana. Make sure that you do subscribe, share and like and do what we usually do. Team Karosoni waambie what tunafanyanga hapa. It's all about some good vibe, positive vibe and some love and some support. As you can see, guys, hapa tuko Tamarind Tree Hotel, and you all know that ikifika ni Tamarind Tree Hotel, we never miss to anything when it comes to accommodation, when it comes to facilities. Talk about swimming pool. We have kids activities that you can actually do. Bring your kids here and enjoy. Also remember, every Sunday we have barbecue Sunday brunch. Kuja na watoto wako, kuja na wapoa wako, come enjoy and actually do have fun. To remind you guys, tuko mwezi wa wamama, yani sisi akina mama tutakuwa celebrated, and hapa Tamarind Tree Hotel we have amazing offers. So guys, on May, guys, we're going to be celebrating all mothers, na tunawapatia 10% off on all the massage. Yes guys, some good news, tumefungua spa yetu hapa Tamarind Tree Hotel. So in case you do come, make sure that you actually do visit our spa. It's new. We have massage, we have sauna, we have facial, we have everything. So come enjoy and have fun as you actually do enjoy your stay at Tamarind Tree Hotel. And also guys, to remind you that this video is actually been sponsored by Fonsto Kenya, kwa kukumbusha kwamba huu mwezi wa wamama we are celebrating all women out there and all mothers out there. Just to remind you that this season, guys, we're going to be doing a campaign called Simu Yangu, na hii mwezi jamani nilisema nakuja kwenu. Just tell me where exactly you're from, what you're doing, what you use your phone for, and I'll be coming to your, to your place to gift you a phone S10 Plus. Yes, just make sure that you actually do feel comfortable using your gadget, and as you make money using your gadget. So niambia kwa comment section, unatumianga simu yako kufanya nini sana sana? Why do you need a phone? What you actually use it for what purpose, for what reason? Alafu nitaangalia nione, alafu nakuja mtaa yako nafanya what I usually do of best. Alrighty? So guys, on this episode, it's actually very educational. Niambia niwalete huyu mrembo, ni mrembo wenyu wa pale TikTok, but nikasema sitamleta peke yake hapana. This topic, it is actually very informative and actually very educational, because I know most of us mothers, like I mentioned, msimu wa mama. So lazima we actually do make sure that you as a mother, you and your kid, mko sawa, mko salama, na mnafanya shwari na mnaendelea vizuri. So nimeamua leo kumleta mrembo wenyu wa TikTok pamoja na therapist. But before I introduce the therapist, allow me to introduce Loice Mwende from TikTok. Say hi over there.
Hi guys.
Yes, that is Loice Mwende. I know you guys know her from TikTok, and actually honored to have therapist Victor Juma right on the other side. So doctor, therapist, doctor. Our therapist, you can actually do say hi on that camera.
Hi.
Yeah, so guys, that is Victor Juma, therapist. Tutakuwa tunaongelea story mingi sana. I know you guys have seen Loice, so you guys meanza kuguess tunaongelea nini sana sana kwa hii conversation, and it's going to be very educational, very informative and very encouraging. So do make sure that you actually do stay here for you to enjoy this conversation. Mtakuja kulana mambo mengi sana. So, Loice.
Yes.
Karibu sana. I'm so honored to have you. Nimekutafuta for a long time, but I do understand. Mambo imekuwa mingi, umekuwa busy. Yes.
I'm so humbled.
You're welcome.
To be here. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me,
Okay.
Caro.
My pleasure. You're welcome. Introduce yourself on that camera.
Okay, so guys, as you all know me, I'm Loice Mwende. I'm a mother. Not only a mom, I'm a mom to a very, very handsome special baby. He has spastic cerebral palsy, and we are on daily therapies, occupation therapy, physiotherapy, hydrotherapy, speech therapy, and phototherapy. Phototherapy ni therapy ya macho. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nimeamua leo nikuletee therapist leo. Juu mimi mambo sielewi, kuna vitu I'm actually looking forward to learning, because hata mimi mwenyewe sijui most of these things, and it's very good to actually to be informed. Hata kama una mtoto mwenye ako na hiyo condition, it's good to be informed. And nikasema watu wangu leo lazima tusome. Chukua kitabu, chukua kalamu, andika, be ready to learn. So we have therapist Victor Juma. Kindly do introduce yourself on that camera, what you do and where you're located.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity to at least serve by sharing information. Professionally, I'm an occupational therapist, but because of the families, I also went ahead to become a counseling psychologist, and then finally a clinical psychologist. So entirely what I deal with, I serve children all the way from birth to adolescent. Yeah, so we deal with a vast array of conditions, but all that are neurodevelopmental. So yeah, thank you. And for profession, I do a private entity. I run Nairobi Early Intervention Center. It's located in Lavington. But yeah, it's more for a structured school. But that school deals more with autism and ADHD and other neurodevelopmental conditions that affect school learning.
School learning.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That is very good. That's very good. So Loice, you've told us that you have a special kid, special need kid.
Yes.
Sorry, special need kid. And I've seen him on TikTok mostly because you're so proud about it. I love the fact that uogopangi unamtwanga tu uko nje, you show how you actually do take care of him, and you're so proud of, karaoke as a child, despite having the special needs. You're very proud of him. So please take us back and tell us, how was your pregnancy journey? Because taki to do a son about you, I would want us to learn more about, CP, and ndo pia watu wengine weze kujua. So how was your pregnancy journey, and ndo weze kuja kupata karaoke?
Okay, so my pregnancy journey was not smooth at all. Kwa sababu mimi mtoto wangu mimba yake nimelelea street. I was a street child. Nikiwa na mimba ya nikiwa na mimba ya karaoke. So what happened after we learned I was pregnant, my husband got sick and he was hospitalized na akakuwa into a coma. And then things happened so fast. Sikuwa najua watu wao, msini judge. Sikuwa najua watu wao. So hakuna mtu mwenye ninge approach niambie niko na mimba ya mtoto wenyu. And then for my husband's friend, yes, I was close to them, but sikuwa naendanga kwao. Pia sikuwa najua ni wapi naweza watoa. So after things zimeenda hivyo, I went to my friend, nikakaa kidogo, alafu unajua ukiwa na shida hata marafiki zako wanakutorokanga. So I didn't have any elsewhere to go. I went back home, but my mom akabang the door on me. So I ended up being a street kid. So mimba yangu kuanzia kakiwa na mwezi mpaka miezi 6 nimelelea street. Yeah, because even my first clinic nilienda nikiwa 7 months.
7 months your first clinic?
Yeah, my first clinic was at 7 months. Yes. So my pregnancy journey wasn't smooth at all.
Wasn't smooth at all?
No.
So you did not, ulienda clinic at 7 months?
Yeah, my first clinic ilikuwa at 7 months. Because that's the time my sister alikuja kunitoa streets. Akanipeleka home na immediately nikaenda clinic, nikafanywa hizo check-ups na nikapewa kitabu na Linda Mama. Because hiyo time Linda Mama ilikuwa. Yes.
Haya, sawa. So ukakuja ukapata karaoke. Ulimpata at 9 months?
Karaoke nilimpata at 9 months exactly. So alikuwa kuje mwezi wa 10 date 20 ama November date 5. So kulikuwa na a period of plus 2 weeks minus 2 weeks. Yani normally hivyo ndo kunaendanga. So maji yangu ilipasukanga October 30th.
October 30th.
Yeah, nikaendanga hospitali ya kwanza, wakanikataa, wakasema they only take insurance. Nikaenda hospitali ya pili, taja jina ama ni sawa?
No, so you don't have to mention the name.
Nikaenda hospitali ya pili, wakasema they don't take first time mothers. So ndio nikarifaiwa ile hospitali yenye nilizalia mtoto.
Okay.
So ilikuwa already sasa date 31 because nilifikanga huko saa 7 za kuamkia.
Ndio pain ilikushika sasa.
No, sikuwa na pain.
Uko na pain?
Nilikuwa na mwaga maji. All that time ya maji ni ikupasuka ilipasuka. Me actually siku experience uchungu ya labor. Yangu ilikuwa kumwaga maji and then my cervix ilikuwa inafunguka and my muscles were so tight. Design yenye mtoi angetokea but due to doctors negligence nikakaa huko for 3 days nikimwaganga maji, sishughulikiwi, bado tu njia naendelea napimwa na mbuko 3 panda stairs, teremka panda hivyo until now the 4th day yenye ni November date 3 ndio nilipata karaoke na nilimpata normal, alikuwa na 3.2 kgs. 3.2 kgs.
He was a healthy baby
kabisa. And he was so handsome. Hey, kalikuwa ka cute na nywele supu sana pia. And then so after hapo mimi sikujua mtoto anafaa kunyonya. Like akukuwa hata na daktari anafaa niambie nyonyesha mtoto. So for me I waited for karaoke to cry.
Oh, you were waiting for the ulikuwa unangojea sign ya mtoto alienda ujue.
Nilimzaa alilia like immediately. Mtoto avenye alitoka alilia. But now me I fainted.
Okay.
Really faint. So after kuamka karaoke kalikuwa kashapanguzwa, mimi nikaoga tukapelekwa kulala. So the whole night tumelala, mimi sijui karaoke anafaa nyonyo juu hakulianga tena. Alafu other kids huko kwa room wanalia wanapewa nyonyo. So mimi nilikuwa nangoja hadi karaoke alie ndio anyonye. So day 1 sasa now the 4th date 4 hakunyonya, date 5 hakunyonya and I didn't have anyone to come and take me from the hospital. Hata sikuwa na hiyo 100 bob ya kutoka hosi nipeleke Githurai. No, I didn't have. So nilihave kukaa hospitali. But pia nasemanga hata sisi kukosa hiyo pesa ya kunitoa hospitali kwenda home, actually ilikuwa God's doing because karaoke alikuwa sha develop shida na mimi sikuwa najua.
Ukiwa hosi? Nikiwa
hosi ya. So tunaona mtoto hajanyonya, alitwitch akadehydrate na akaturn white. Alizeeka. Ile karaoke alikuwa anakaa mzee sana. A cleaner lady ndo alikuja akanisaidia. Alichukua ule mtoi akampeleka kwa madaktari, then doctors wakakuja akaniambia mtoto anafaa pelekwe nasari. So I was so naive, I didn't know. Sikuwa najua kuna hospitali, yani kuna nasari hosi. Mimi nimeishi kujua nasari ni ile ya plants
ya mtoi
na ya watoto. So mimi kwa najua karaoke anapelekwa nasari ya watoto until nikafika hapo nikapewa nguo za hosi. Like no, you have to kukamua nyonyo because karaoke hajui kusuck. Kakaekwa kwa oxygen, kakaekwa madawa. Tukakaa hospitali for 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
yeah. And then we were discharged, but doctors failed to tell us that my baby has already amepata complication.
Oh, they didn't tell you?
They didn't tell me.
So when did you know that alikuwa na complication?
At 11 months.
At 11 months?
Yes.
So 11 whole months you didn't know?
Na mind you, mtoto tulikuwa tunampeleka clinics vizuri sana, clinic ya mwezi ile karaoke nimemshi kumpeleka clinics, but bado hakuna daktari aliniambia mtoto wangu ako na shida. Na hapo nursery kalikuwa kame lose eyesight. Like he was partially blind.
Okay.
Yes.
So ulikuja kujua 11 months. Sasa ukaanza kumpeleka sasa
No. Actually ndio nijue nile hata alafu naona I'm a first time mom. I've never been around babies. Sijui venye wanawaka. And then I didn't have anyone mwenye anakuja na niambia hapana haifai kukua hivi, inafaa kukua hivyo. Niko peke yangu. My hubby is so sick, alikuwa na oral cardiacis inflammation, amekonda, ameturn white. Actually neighbors ndo walifanya nikajua my baby has an issue juu walikuwa wanatusengenya. Like hawaniambii, wanatutusi wanatusengenya, calling my son a zombie. Like mimi sikuwa naelewa. So ndio nikasema hapana, hebu acha ni mpeleke the same hospital na mpelekanga clinics. Niambie daktari my baby ako ana turn 1 year but hakuna kitu anafanya. So hapo tukarifaiwa another hospital yenye tulienda tukafanywa assessment and then now tukaambiwa our baby has high muscle tone. Like sikuambiwa ako na cerebral palsy. Niliambiwa ako na high muscle tone.
High muscle tone?
Yes,
that's a condition or what?
Okay. Doctor,
maybe there are that's a condition. Yeah. High muscle tone.
Okay. Thank you. I think what she has already narrated is a whole book that we need to define.
That is true.
Yeah, but briefly, high muscle tone is a type of cerebral palsy. You know, cerebral palsy is a condition that affects posture and movement. That's why the child was not doing anything.
Okay.
So, and your muscles are controlled by a certain gradient. So if the muscle is too tight, that's what they call high tone.
Okay.
But sometimes muscle can be too floppy. So then we call it a floppy tone.
A floppy
so
tone.
If a child has a floppy tone, we'll say is floppy cerebral palsy.
Okay.
Or hypo.
Or hypo is...
Yeah, hypo is... If you carry the child, is just if you don't carry them correctly, they may even dislocate.
Okay.
So we call it hypo. But spastics, they are now high tone, so the body is stiff and the child cannot, do anything.
Okay.
But there's another type where now that tone oscillates. It's hypo, it's spastic. It's hypo, so that cerebral palsy then is called cerebral palsy athetoid.
Athetoid.
Yeah, because the muscle tone does not stay at there. But both affects the children differently.
Me surprisingly, I thought like cerebral palsy, it's just like one condition. I did not know like a different. I think it's good to be informed by the way, and I hope that you guys are learning out there. I didn't know kuna so many types of cerebral palsy, by the way. Honestly speaking, I didn't know. I thought like cerebral palsy ni anyone with unajua like mwenye hayuko maybe sawa, maybe it's just CP, but I didn't know that kuna hizo vitu zote. So let me ask you, Dr. Victor, when according to her, I don't know, according to me now, let me talk as me, mwenye niko huku nje mwenye sina mtoto mwenye kwa hivyo ama I don't even have information. When she's talking about a prolonged labor for 4 days, I feel like maybe that could be the cause and maybe mtoi alipata hiyo condition. Do you think that prolonged labor as you make mtoi anakuwa mgonjwa ama it's just what usually happens? What makes a kid get CP?
Okay, so first let me say pole.
Thank
because
you.
a lot of things have happened there. And what interests me is that, she has mentioned that she was a first-time mom. So I want, because you've been talking about women, and I think this is the time. Yeah?
Yes.
Let me call the ladies here.
Yes.
And let me tell you that there is a lot of things when it comes to pregnancy. Because as she explains, I can tell there's a lot of trouble that started during the pregnancy. Because I've heard her mention that she attended the first clinic at 7 months, which is already a danger. So just briefly, let me explain that pregnancy is very important. And it is important even planning for it. Because there are so many conditions apart from cerebral palsy that come as a result of you became expecting without even checking, does your body have enough iron? Does your body have enough nutrient to carry pregnancy? So there's other conditions such as spinal bifida, which come as a result of the mom became pregnant, but it didn't have enough iron in the body, so it affects how the brain forms.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So for every mother, every woman, let's say, for example, if you didn't plan for pregnancy and it happens, that's why they say the first thing, once you notice you are pregnant, attend the first clinic. So this first clinic is always important. The clinics are divided into 3. There's the first trimester, which takes the first 3 months, and the second trimester again, which takes another 3 months, and the last trimester. So why is it important? Once you are expecting and you start attending clinics, one, it gives the doctors opportunity to start journeying with you. First, they will also tell if you are the first-time mom, and then they will know which precautions to start taking. If you are a second-time mom, it gives them a history of what has happened with your first pregnancy. Was there any complications? Were you somebody who needed cesarean section? Did you have problem with the labor type? Because there are those who will have prolonged labor, but at the end of the day, they will give birth to a normal child. But there are those who will have prolonged labor, but they also have some other physical or structural problem that cannot allow them to go through a normal process of delivery. So then the doctors are given chance to save the baby and save the mother according to the history of who they are and their pregnancy.
Oh.
Yes. So mom, usipate tu ball na useme everything is okay. Immediately you realize you're pregnant, kindly become a friend to the clinic. Okay? So, cerebral palsy now. So, cerebral palsy can be caused by a number of factors. And these factors are both either during pregnancy or during delivery or immediately after delivery.
Okay.
Yeah. So, during pregnancy, for example, when you're expecting, and then something happened, mostly second and third trimesters, and something happens, for example, you get an accident, you fall, you know, you can fall and stand up and, you know, feel some pain and you say, everything is okay. But that impact has to be analyzed if it has already caused any damage to the child. Because by that time, the child's brain is very, very delicate. If somebody punches you or somebody hits you anywhere around your belly, the impact may affect the child. So that child's, yes, they continue growing, but already something has happened to their brain. So during pregnancy, we want to check, do you have correct nutrition, or are you taking things that can interfere with that pregnancy? Are you smoking? Are you drinking? Are you eating things that, you know, things that can go and affect that pregnancy? During delivery itself, you know, we have to check if, are you able to push yourself? Are there conditions that can affect that process of you being able to push and deliver the baby? If they're that, then means you need to be helped. So they need to plan for helping. So if that helping is not correct, it's not done correctly, for example, there are those children who are pulled out. If they are not pulled out correctly, that pressure affects the brain. So once the child is born, we have to take a history of, did you deliver normally? Did you labor for long to check, was there distress for the child? There are those parents who deliver and they say, when my child was born, he had already ingested some food. Yes. That one has a problem. We have to check to which extent, because what we are trying to do is to protect the brain of the child at that moment. If the child is born immediately and they don't cry, the reason why the doctors have to spank them is to introduce the first oxygen to their brain. The more it delays, then it causes a condition we call hypoxic condition, which now affects the brain. So that one causes cerebral palsy. Okay? If the child is pulled a lot, may cause cerebral palsy. Okay? So during delivery itself, if, for example, you contracted some, you know, viral infections along the way, can affect the child. Okay? And after the child is born, there's other factors also. The child can be born, but immediately they develop some turn yellow. So yellowish is a condition called jaundice. Jaundice, yes.
Jaundice or jaundice.
Jaundice. So jaundice is a condition that explains there's a problem with the body that the liver is supposed to start, purifying. But the child's liver at that time is not functional.
It's not, that's true.
So those substances move and go to the brain and they cause damage. So that's why immediately the child turns yellow. They introduce light so that they can be able to treat that.
Maybe their weight, their child, their what. Do research. It does not even cost anything. By the bundle ni 20 bob, you can afford that. Do research and learn. It is so painful by the to kukaa chini na very emotional but like it's so painful for real.
No,
as much as I did not know like so much about CP, I'm so interested like to know like Nico tunaweza like saidia jia wa mama like wajue, because I know there are people out there doc wenye wana watch and they would want to know ama like they want to understand mtoto wangu like ana behave hivi ni CP, nafaa kuenda wapi, nafaa kufanya nini. But sasa ukianza kukuwa na those myths in your mind, unaenda unataka kila mtu na hizo vitu, it's really painful honestly speaking, and you don't have to do that. So doc, kuna mtu mwenye na watch saa hizi and maybe akona mtu mwenye akona maybe the same condition, they don't know where to go, how to start, who to talk to, mtu anafaa kufanya nini. Maybe just talk to them on that camera.
Okay, so before we even know where to go, it is very imperative that all of us have a knowledge of how can you tell that your child is not developing normally. Like you see, our mom here, by year 1, by 11 months, the child was still not sitting, meaning there are so many milestones that the child was not achieving, but she didn't know. So what happens is that once a child is born, the first 3 months, every child learns how to put their head upright.
Oh, kuinua kichwa.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you carry them, you realize they can hold their head correctly.
Okay.
Yeah? So when it comes to cerebral palsy first, that is the first sign that indicates that this child may not be developing correctly. Because for the child to sit, they must have already achieved that head control. And once they achieve head control and now they are able to sit, that's when they now start developing how to balance their body in space.
Okay.
Then from there, they will start getting interested with things around them, and then they will start, turning, falling down and waking up, falling. So the more they fall and wake up, or they are assisted, the more they are preparing themselves to be a walking creature.
Okay.
Yeah. So any mom out there, if out of any reason, you have your child, you're playing, you give them a bath, but by the age of 3 or 4 months, you realize their neck seems not to be upright. Don't negotiate about that one. Run to the hospital and really insist that your child is checked.
Okay.
Yeah. And once you realize that the child has such a problem, we normally say the first option will be for you to look for any public or government facility that surround you.
Okay.
Yes, the government may not do a lot because of, the pressure of how many people are coming in there, the staff. But the government facilities have one of the best protocols in identifying issues within the children.
Okay.
So they should be able to advise you as compared to a lot of private hospitals that are, we have very well established private hospitals. But we also have private hospitals that are trying to establish themselves.
Okay.
So you may meet nurses or, those who are there, but already they've been given condition of how much should come in. So they may not be even concerned to let you know that your child has this problem and you need to seek
That's true.
advice, and we may not be able to handle it, but you get. So we normally say the first, once you realize your child neck is not okay, look for public facility and really get concerned.
Okay.
Yeah. So from that is the basis.
Okay.
But let me mention something.
Okay.
Antenatal clinic is one of the best process that every mother out there should really put on top of their checklist. Because what happens is, life out here begins inside.
Okay.
But none of us can know what is happening inside unless somebody who has, expertise will be able to tell you. Because there's a lot of, clinical procedures that are supposed to establish if this is a healthy pregnancy or not. And secondly, all those clinics are not just a check me and I go place. They're supposed also to be educative places where if you're first time mom, they really need to educate you on what to expect, throughout the pregnancy and even when you give your first child.
Okay.
And from there, you're also supposed to be educated about nutrition, how to take care of yourself. Even as a mother, how do you come back to the shape? All those things are supposed to, you're supposed to be educated at those clinics. Yeah.
Well, Loice, I'm so proud of you, by the way.
Thank you.
Continue raising karaoke with love, with care, like whatever you're doing. Don't stop. No matter what is said, no matter what is done, don't stop. Kuna kitu na keep on ikiring kwa mind yangu. Is it reversible? Like, are there like CP conditions that they can be reversed?
No. Cerebral palsy is not reversible.
Oh.
It's a long-term condition, but depending with the severity. So this is what I will also want each one of us out there to understand. There is different severity levels. The severity comes depending on how long did this damage occur.
Okay.
You get? And because of that, there are those who will have a mild cerebral palsy, and then they will go through therapy and they catch up milestone. And then most of the time, such children becomes a level of reference. Every parent will be like, oh, the other child is walking. I want mine to walk. But maybe yours may be at a very different severity level. Okay. So cerebral palsy itself has around 5 levels. with level 1 being easily manageable. The child can pull through very easily. Level 2, they will pull through, but with some help. Level 3, it starts being a bit difficult. Level 4, 5, they are very difficult. Majority of level 5, 4 may remain dependent, heavily dependent on their caregivers entire of their lives. Yeah. But remember the types that I explained, yeah? If you get a cerebral palsy athetoid, even very severe, they always keep their intellect. They are very intelligent because that jaundice does not affect other part of the brain that this
apart from the liver.
It goes to affect a place that controls voluntary movements.
Okay.
So they will have problem with voluntary movements, but they are very clever. They understand everything. So they will do a lot of learning. They'll go to school. Some will remain on wheelchairs, but verbally, orally, they will do all mathematics that you expect them to do. Yeah.
Is Nini the same as CP, autism?
No.
Autism and CP, they are two different things.
Those are two different cases.
Okay.
Cerebral palsy is a condition that affects posture and movement.
Okay.
But autism is a condition that affects brain.
Brain.
Yeah. And mostly autism, children will just grow up typically. They just achieve their milestones. But when it comes to how their brain interprets social experiences, interprets learning concepts, becomes totally different. So autism is clarified under what we call a neurodevelopmental disorders.
Okay.
But cerebral palsy is under posture and movement disorders, what we will say physical disabilities.
So okay, CP is more physical.
Yes, CP is more physical. Okay. Autism is more neurodevelopmental.
Can a kid have? Can they have two, autism and CP?
Yes. The comorbidities. They can. Remember, a child with cerebral palsy is still a child, and by the time the cerebral palsy happen, maybe they already had a brain that is wired with autistic characteristics, so they can exist together.
How does the government help these kids?
The government, I think the first action that the government has done is to ensure that every department within every hospital has, caregivers who can take care of this. So occupational therapists, physiotherapists, speech and language therapists. And I think colleges now, initially we had very few speech therapists within our country. But currently the colleges, even Kenya Medical College, KU, university, there's programs that now have been developed to ensure that the government gets enough supply of speech therapists.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's something that I saw Loice nani karaoke akiwa nazo huku kwa mkono, kwa miguu huku. What are they called and zinamsaidia aje?
Okay, sasa kama hizo za miguu zinaitwa AFOS.
Zinaitwa?
AFOS. Kuna AFOS na KAFOS. So za karaoke ni AFOS, zinafika tu hapa. Hazijafika huku kwa magoti.
Okay.
So hizo zinasaidia aache kusimama on toes.
Okay.
Upate anasimama vizuri hivi straight hivi chini, inamaliza ile vipi kwa miguu. And then pia lazima akuenezo viatu akisimamishwa kwa standing aid. Aya, so hizi za huku nyuma zinaitwa back slap. Back slap zina reduce hiyo spasticity. At least miguu ikuwe flexible. Same applies to the hand. Lazima umfunge ndo asipate contracture, like asivunjike.
Okay.
You see for karaoke as much as spastic, ukimstretch bado tu ata stretch.
Okay.
Hata kama atalia uchungu, ata stretch. And like unajaribu kumstretch na kataa kabisa, ni kama mtu mwenye ako na contracture. Contracture
Yeah.
But sasa akiwa nazo hizo inasaidia mkono kwa straight because ziko straight. Na ndio uweze kumfunga lazima mkono iko straight. And then sasa ako na za palm kanaka hivi unamfunga hivi mpaka hapa, mkono aache kukaa kama amekunja ngumi. Because the moment unajua karaoke ana grow na mifupa zake zina grow, so akishinda hivi ana grow hivyo, so utapata in future atashindwa
kufanya hivi.
So anatumia hizo palm split. Hizi zinaitwa hand splint, za nyuma zinaitwa back snap. And then kuna corset ya mgongo. So hiyo corset ya mgongo tuseme maybe mgongo ya mtoto iko curved, iko C, maybe spinal cord iko nje, itasaidia na
straight.
Badala mtoto akae. And then kuna neck collar. So neck collar inasaidia neck ikuwe na control.
Maybe let me use an analogy that will help you understand all those things you're explaining.
Okay.
Your body, remember I'm always saying, is a condition of posture and movement.
Yes.
So your brain controls your muscles, tendons, and how your joints move.
Okay.
So it's like a very nice wiring of where the muscles and tendons knows which joint to move and which joint not to move. So if something happens to your brain that interferes with that wiring, your muscles then have no information. So, for example, there's a muscle that allows you to pull your hand.
Yes.
But the same muscle knows when to release and allow the other one that is supposed to extend your hand come in play. So what cerebral palsy does, once it happens, it interferes with that synchrony.
Okay.
So then you get, for example, if the child is spastic, it means there's a certain muscle that pulls more than the other and may not release.
Yes.
So for example, if the child pulls like that and the muscle remains there, so they may not pull back.
Okay.
So meaning if that hand remains there, this muscle will shorten,
yes,
these tendons will shorten, and now it develop what she's calling contractures.
Oh.
Yeah. So all those splints are put there to help guide the muscles or help maintain the muscles to have the correct length instead of shortening and causing disability. In fact, what makes it difficult for that body to function when those muscles are not attended to, and then they cause more contractures that the body now cannot do anything.
Yeah.
So what we see at the end of it and say now this one is completely disabled is that we have now functional parts that never operated.
Oh.
So you find the hands are here, the legs are already locked.
Yes.
So I can't
I've
do
seen
anything.
such people by the way.
So I can't do anything.
Oh.
Yeah. So the early intervention that was supposed to start 3 months after Kariuki was born is the one that now helps to utilize time, because remember, the child, everybody's brain, when you're born, up to around 12 years, your brain has high capacity to be challenged and, you know, transformed into something else, training other part of the brain to be able to pick up. So that's why we want now the child to start therapy very early, so that we can use this ability for the brain to learn, so that it can learn and carry out some other functions. But the fact still remains, we must know which level are we dealing with, because very grossly affected brain may be maintained and not transformed to function. So there are those children who will be just maintained physically to be allowed to grow with dignity and esteem without a lot of, you know, flexed body and whatever. But there are those who will pick up depending with the level and go to school and be able to sit, write and do all these things.
Yeah. Loice, is it expensive to raise Kariuki?
Very expensive.
Why?
Very, very expensive. Therapy is expensive. Anafaa kukula diet, which is expensive. Aya, sometimes when the baby is sick, umempeleka hospitali and the doctor realizes this is a special baby, anapandisha bei.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Eh.
If you go to a hospital and they see it's a special kid,
wanapandisha. Kama mtoto alikuwa treatwe maybe na 1000, unasikia hata umeambiwa 5000. Ama sometimes wanamkataa, wanasema no, hatuwezi mtreat. Mpeleke kwenye medical report yake iko. Sasa unaenda back, medical report yake iko wapi? Uko mbali sana. Uko ndio unaenda. So hata kama ni kuadmitiwa ni huko. Kama amegonjeka sana ni huko, cause utaenda hospitali zingine wamkatae. Yes.
So these kids are wapelekangu to hospital yoyote? There's
si hospitality yoyote. Cause unapata as much as hawa ni daktari, kuna wale daktari wame specialize more na special babies kuliko huyu daktari mwingine. So huyu daktari mwingine hata wezana na Kariuki venye ule daktari mwingine atawezana na yeye. Kwa hivyo.
And how have you been managing it?
It's hard. It's very, very hard. Mimi acha tu niseme ni grace ya God. Ni God. Hata kama mtasema nini, it's just God's grace. Naweza sema God amekuwa so faithful. Unapata sometimes umepost video, maybe umelemewa, mtu anakuambia nitakulipia therapy hii mwezi. Wacha nitumanishie Kariuki manguo, anakulanga food gani, acha nimbaie hivyo. Alafu pia the dad si mvivu, ni ile tu yenye bado life haijajipa, but ni mtu anajituma sana. I know hata mzee mwana TikTok ajai come online, ni mtu anajituma. Hata heri atoke the entire day arudi bila kitu kuliko aingie online ama akae hapo kwa nyumba. Like anajaribu kabisa, ni ile tu yenye bado God bado hajatupatia hiyo grace.
It shall be well.
Yeah.
Doc, so these kids, they're supposed also to eat food different. I mean, they can just eat anything.
Yeah, so their nutritional intake may be a bit different. Remember, I keep on saying the severity level. You see, you will have a spastic child and you may not think that they are working, but just the energy that is required to maintain the body the way it is a lot.
Yes.
And then you will realize if they are spastic, it means even their jaws are spastic. So they may not even chew the food. You expect them to chew, but you still need to give them nutrition. So you may be now be forced to go into formulas or other food that are already are nutrient rich, but they don't come easily. You know, for just a child who's typical growing, you will bring some omena and ugali and they will enjoy.
That's true.
It's a good nutrition. But this child may not do that. So you need to get a supplement or food that is rich in that kind of nutrition, and then it doesn't become just very easily.
And it's expensive.
Of course. Expensive sana. That's why nakwambia karaoke ni more expensive sana. Expensive.
Ameanza kwenda shule.
Kai bado, my son is 4 years 4 months. Actually hata haja achieve milestone, hajaka, hatembei, haongei, hafanyi anything. So ako dependent sana na therapy. Like anafaa fanyiwe frequent therapy. Yani si therapy, anafaa fanyiwe therapy mingi sana. Mob kabisa. Therapy zenyewe ndio hizo pia ni expensive. Alafu for a hospitali haiwezi kupatia sessions 2 kwa wiki. Wanakuambia tafuta hospitali nyingine unless it's a private hospital. Na private hospital per session unapata ni 4500, 3000. Yeah.
For how long?
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yes.
Well, it's expensive.
Na saa hizo hawajamfanyisha, hawajamsimamisha, hawajamkalisha, like to your stretches peke yake. Because hizo vitu zingine mingi unafaa ufanye kwa nyumba. Kayo kumkalisha, sijui unafaa mfanye nini, unafaa mfanye aje. Yeah, so lazima utafute hospitali nyingine. Kama Monday unaenda huku, lazima we mwenyewe ndio ujue kesho nitapeleka wapi karaoke. On Wednesday nitampeleka wapi. So tunaona ni hospitali different, ziko na therapist different bado. So unapata therapist venye anafanya therapy si the same na huyo daktari wa Tuesday venye atafanyia karaoke therapy. Kuna tu wale wengine unaonanga tu hata wewe mwenyewe umepeleka mtoto unaona ai hapana. Huyu hakuna therapy amefanya, but hakuna kitu utafanya at the end of the day. There is nothing you can do unless sasa utoke hiyo hospitali utafute hospitalini. Like kunazunguka juu mimi nikiwatajia hospitali nimeenda akimtashanga mingi sana.
You do it every day, like unampeleka hosi?
Every day karaoke anafaa fanywe therapy every day. Every day. Kila siku.
Doc, is there like a way apart from I'm just trying to find a solution because I know like it's a bit expensive. Is there like something that she can be doing at home that she does not have to go to this
to the hospital? So this is the information that I will wish many people to understand.
Yes.
That therapy is supposed to be a 24/7 thing. But given the resources and time, most hospitals will give you a number of sessions.
Yes.
And just the way she has said, the private hospitals will give you more sessions as long as you can afford them. But it becomes very expensive. So the best rehabilitation model then says, as a parent also, you need to find out, apart from hospitals, are there community-based programs that offer such processes?
Yes.
And I can tell you, yes, within Nairobi, we are very lucky that within Nairobi there's a lot of things happening, which you may not compare to other towns apart from Nairobi. So the best models, like I happen to be a member of one of the community model.
Nice.
It's called SEP. SEP is a special education professionals. It's a good a team of consultants and professionals, me being one of them, that we really volunteer our time to work with communities. So what the model does, because we expect that, like now karaoke, do you know that karaoke needs around 25 hours of therapy per week.
25 hours?
Yes. And then per almost a month, we talk about around 100, which now that is intensive therapy that is supposed to give some...
That's like 3 hours per day.
5 hours per day.
5 hours per day.
Yeah. So this 5 hours per day, it's not that now we will just be there doing therapy with. The environment is modified in a way that everything that karaoke is doing is therapeutic and is addressing something. So then what we normally do, or what is supposed to be done, that when the parents come for therapy, you take time to train them on how to do this process. All the way from everyday positioning, how do you feed them, how do you dress them, how do you leave them. Even if you, for example, I've not met karaoke, but I would say maybe karaoke spends a lot of time lying on bed or on whichever mat you've given.
I don't allow.
Yeah?
Apana.
Then you are very educated. So, and if not, you've gone somewhere and you've been given a positioning aid where he will be seated there most of the time.
Yes.
If you don't have a positioning aid, many parents will get a chair and they put the child on that chair. But because the chair doesn't follow correct body alignment, it starts causing other deformities.
Oh, there's a seat for that?
Yeah, there is. We call them,
not like a normal seat? Like,
no, not a normal seat. So what normally happen, because it's posture and movements, another technology exists that really develop positioning aids that are supposed to mirror how the body is aligned. For example, if you need to sit 90 degrees, that chair can be adjusted to that. You cannot sit for 90 degrees more than 2 hours.
Yes.
So that chair is given fabrication to where you can tilt it back, you can put it, you can raise it up for the child to stand. So why those? So that you can keep these postures into different normal postures throughout the day. And so for so doing, you help the brain to start learning and, retraining itself.
Okay.
But besides that, this parent must be trained to know. So what SEP does, for example, it invests a lot into training mothers on how to become their therapists. And that is the model where all of us are, advocating. Yeah.
Yes, me, I feel like that is actually the most important, because it can be... Do you usually charge for that?
Because it's more for community-based, there's no charge.
There's no charge.
You just
Where
need
can they get
to locate which project exists that SEP works with.
Okay.
Like I had her mention, she comes from Githurai. So around Sukaru and Dani, there's a project there in one of the Catholic where SEP trains. You know what it does? It trains the therapists, other therapists that are doing therapy, and also trains the parents.
Yes.
And also it keeps, updates of what is changing into therapy. You can also be attending therapy and you're doing old, outdated therapy.
That's true.
And now every day you're going and the child may not be benefiting a lot. Yeah. So you just have to locate it and then become a member of the project, and you know how many days they do for that project, and you just take your child there, you get trained, and besides that also, we do a lot of what we call psycho-social education.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the reasons why I had to go and become a counseling psychologist was that, because I was meeting parents and you realize, however much you are dealing with the child, the parent has 100+ issues need to be dealt with. Then now we help you to be stable for your child, and then you can now, sleeve up and support your child.
I feel like we need a part 2 of this.
Yeah.
I feel like we need a part 2 of this. But for this episode for now, I would want us to, call it a quit for now. But before then, Doc, I would want you to talk to people on that camera. Just tell them where you're located, how they can join the community. Because I know uko a little bit informed. Najua utajua tu kwenye nini iko. At least you'll be going there. So nasikia it's not they're not charging. Just go ndio pia. I know sometimes it can be tough, and just you'll talk to him hapo kando. But anyways, for you, Doc, you can just talk to this camera, tell them where you're located, how they can join the community, and all that.
Okay, so thank you very much for tuning in.
You're welcome.
So personally, I run a project called Nairobi Early Intervention Center, but deals with autism and other conditions.
Okay.
But for cerebral palsy, I'm a member of special education professionals. It's a community that if you just go online and check special education professionals, you will get them there. They have social media visibility, and you can be able to log into their projects depending with where you are.
Okay.
But mostly they go into community. So they are big in Kibra, they are big in Mukuru, they are big in Kahawa, and then also the outcast of Nairobi.
Okay.
So once you log in, you're just able to send a message and ask them, I'm located at this place, which project is near me that I can be able to attend, and get that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Doc. I really do appreciate. Sorry, therapist Victor. Sorry. Yes. Thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate. I know definitely these people will call for you again and again because me personally, nataka kulearn vitu mob about autism because I feel like I know nothing about it. Pia najua kuna watu wenye wangetaka kulearn. So maybe the next one you come, we'll talk about it. Asante sana for your time. I really do appreciate. May God bless you. Loice, for you.
Just to say something before I leave.
Yes, please.
Whatever I'm sharing here is a little that I know. Call me for autism.
I will.
That's what I do for the last 14 years.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely I will.
Thank you.
I'll definitely call you. Loice, thank you so much for coming. Continue raising karaoke well. Unamfanyia kazi poa sana. Tunaonanga pale social media. I know you guys have been seeing the pictures up as we talk. So thank you so much for doing the good job that you're doing. We celebrate you as a mother this month. Continue doing what you're doing. Tunakupenda sana. Don't give up. Wewe kwanza niko na kesi na wewe. Don't give up, okay? It's gonna be alright, it's gonna be okay. I know it's not easy, but God anakuanga na reason na kila kitu. Sawa. Guys, asanteni sana for watching this episode. I know you guys have learned a lot. Na bado ndo tunaanza, imagine. So Doc, I think Doc will be coming frequently. Not tukiwa tuna learn vitu mob. But thank you so much guys for watching this episode. I hope that you guys have learned at least one or two things. Till next time. Bye.